Alright, hi, hello. Finally got all this garbage fixed up. Um, yeah, one little power outage, and there goes all of our stuff. Just that little half-second reset, computer shuts down, everything's gone, and gotta recalibrate and fix everything. Um, don't mind me, I'm still snacking. I'm always snacking. I am constantly hungry. Let me move my painting tray over. Alright, anyways. Oh wait, the webcam's out. Cool. Looks like I wasn't totally finished with setup. Alright, let's see. Alright, come on. Desk cam. Oh, okay. Cool. Fucking sweet. Okay. What if I do the classic plug and unplug? Oh, hold on one second, I'm getting a phone call. Alright, camera's fixed. Cool. Give me one second. I have to run downstairs quick and check the mail. I will be back in literally a minute. Boop, I'm invisible now. They're back. I reappear. Um, Dr. Wife keeps ordering Pokemon card sets and advent calendars and stuff online. Man, my model's wigging out right now. Alright. Adjust my lamp. Send Dr. Wife a text letting her know her stuff arrived. And we can get started on wrapping these guys up. 1, 2, 3. Alright. My chips to the side. Somewhere here I had it. Oh, hey, buddy. Pancakes is here. It's my clean water. My rinse water. Somewhere is my towel. What did I just launch? Oh, I just launched a space marine. Whatever. I don't play Space Marines. I don't play 40k. I just have a few other models so I can like scale stuff properly. Slime the paint up a little bit. Alright, there we go. That's a little better. Let me make sure. Yeah, it sounds like the mic's coming through okay. I don't know the legalities of playing any music in the background yet, but maybe I'll get to it at some point. Hands are here to here. Okay. Alright, so right about here's a good spot to show you the models. Alright. So last time I got armor done on a few of these, or at least the base coat of the armor. Still haven't finished all the base coats. So, I've got 6 more Galadhrim guards. Let's put a little bit of this copper on. Blob in there. Where's my shitty mixing brush? Shitty mixing brush. Son of a bitch. I am a klutzy mess. I'm kind of a klutz sometimes. Sometimes I'm very coordinated and can, like, pull off ridiculous shit. And most of the time, no. Most of the time, I am struggling to not screw up my basic movements as I go out throughout my day. So, anyways, yeah, 6 of these guys got some of their armor done. Hey, buddy. But not all of the armor done. I mostly just did big areas. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to use the messy big area brush on any of this yet. I think I've kind of already covered that point. All right, let's see. All right, so let's start with this guy. Did a little bit. All right, let's do his arm, his bracers, and all that. Yeah, that was my other problem, is that I kind of couldn't really put the guys into view unless I was like here. That works. That kind of works. Get my head. Oh, I can get my head real low without being in the shot. Cool. All right, let's get the bracers on. I want to get these guys done for the next tournament I do, because I've been looking at some actual, real tactics for the troops. Most I've just kind of been winging it with Isengard. They're decent, strong troops. They don't really need to. Isengard's weakness, they don't really have any super hard-hitting heroes. So they tend to crumple when you run into, like, Glorfindel or Aragorn. Although, I did pretty well in the tournament. I mean, not place-wise, but general improvements. So, speaking of the tournament, let me talk about that a little bit. So I brought Isengard. Brought a couple of assault ballistas with my crew. Because I was like, hey, Lurtz is nice. Saruman's the leader. Saruman can't really strike anything. He's an Astari trapped in the body of an old man, so he's not. I say trapped. It's not like he's like stuck inside of it. Him and the other Astari are like forced to. They're not allowed to interfere with force in Middle Earth. They're forced to take the physical forms of old men with all their magical powers, but they can't really like. Excuse me. Be the strong, powerful Maya that they are. So, Saruman doesn't hit hard. He's pretty low strength. Defense is, for an old man, defense 5 is pretty good. But it's not like he's going to go toe-to-toe with anybody. So I brought the ballistas to compensate for that. But I also brought Lurtz and a few scouts, Saruman, Grima, handful of warriors and crossbowmen. But 2 ballistas was plenty. 2 ballistas actually did a pretty good job. Except for one match. Except for my final match. They didn't do shit. They didn't do anything. I was rolling 1s and 2s and just watching like 6 orcs get blasted as I was shot one through the crowd, and then just rolling garbage and watching them all basically just get up and walk away fine. It's like, oops, oh well, whatever. But the, so the tournament, my first round was against, I'm still meeting people, so their names are hard to remember. Ben Gallagher from Gondor Calls for Ale. Who did he have? He had Rohan. So him and I were set up on the Rohan board, since Tournament TO thought it'd be cinematic, and I thought it was pretty good. But I made the Rohan board. I made the buildings for it. I still have to make some scatter terrain for it, but that was cool. Like having my own table at a tournament. He kicked my ass. I left Saruman 2 unguarded. He got in there, beat him pretty quick. After that, with just the ballista and a few warriors, it was really hard to keep up. So he kicked my ass. I was out. That was a major loss for me. I think he won like 10-0 for the scoring. And then my second match, gosh, I can't remember. We were on a Bree map. City buildings and streets. Yeah, that really got in the way of my ballista. But Aragorn and some of the Gondorians got in and kicked Saruman's ass again. Started doing better once I got more guys on the field. After the first round was 400 points. So that was Saruman, a ballista crew, and some guys. Enough guys to fill up that point difference without having to go to more heroes. Oh, it's cold as fuck in here. What is going on? Windows open. Cold breeze. Right inside. Alright. But the, yeah, so Aragorn kicked the crap out of me. I did manage to shoot some people with the ballista, though. They were able to take, like all things considered for the map, I managed to maneuver the ballista pretty well for what I could. What I could actually reach and see. I guess cheeks aren't showing. But then, third match against a newer player. And I don't know if I've ever rolled that well in a game before. He brought Aragorn and the Dead of Dunharrow, and I just chewed through him, just absolutely obliterated him. Like, I rolled fantastically. My Berserkers shredded him, the Ballista killed Legolas, and I got Lurtzen to kill Aragorn. And so I got a major victory on that one, 10-0. See if I can get this guy's underarm strap on his armor. So I gotta concentrate for this. I'm not using my smallest brush here for that. Well, I wouldn't use my smallest brush. My smallest brush is tiny. I'm not using that. Alright, I think that's all the gold on this guy. Why does my hand hurt? More gold on this helmet. Alright. Is it a helmet or a helm? Helmet suggests a small version. I guess. I don't know. No idea on the etymology of that. Alright, let's move these ring wraiths out of the way. Ring wraith, Galadriel, Celeborn, and also Galadriel? More Galadriel. kind of felt bad because he was new to it. He said it was only like, he said he played 4 games and 2 of them were at the tournament, so I was only the 5th game he'd ever played, and I just destroyed him. But he was very good humored about it. These little armor bits. Did I get these armor bits in here? Kinda. Let me get them again. 3rd round. Oh yeah, so in the 3rd round, I forgot to add Grima to my force. Like, it could completely slip my mind that I had this extra unit that I was supposed to include. But I didn't forget him for my round 4, but I did forget to add my Bannerman. He was on my list and everything, I just never put him in. Never subbed him in. So like halfway through the round, I realized the opponent was like, no, you cannot add him. But it's okay, because my opponent forgot about Grima and spent a bunch of extra might. And he was like, you probably want me to burn up those might, right? I was like, yeah. So eventually he kind of caved and let me put Grima in like the back of the warband. It was like, yeah, I'm not going to throw him like in the middle of my army now that it's everything's positioned, and now I realize my mistake, but like, yeah. That was another close one. There's a fuzz. So what happened with that one, it was the one where you have to tag the scenario where you have to tag the little waypoints. And with some Krebane, I managed to get 4 or 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 out of 5. And he had 1. And turn 1, I managed to blast Elendil right off his horse by smacking one of his own guys into him. That's one of the keys to casting against heroes. Don't cast on the hero. Cast on the useless guy next to him with no will. Then you just blast him into the hero. Hero can't try to resist a smacked with a guy roll. So I did that, knocked him off the horse. But he managed to just get through and start charging into my guys and tearing them apart. And I still held the objectives when he quartered me. Whatever was broken quartered for that scenario, I don't remember. And when we rolled to end it, it just didn't end. So he was able to get another turn of just getting in, killing Saruman. My Krebane fled. He tagged the last 2 just a couple more objectives. So that left like he got the extra points for those kills. That was another. That was an almost win. I lost 4 out of my 6, but 2 of them were like 1 turn away from winning, so that's pretty good for me. So that was the first day. Second day, I started, and he was using like Moria spiders, Ashrak and Spider Queen, and I managed to hold out long enough that his guys were starting to take courage tests. I think this was Command the Battlefield, where we each have to like control corners without controlling the center. And I just had like enough of his guys flee that I got the points for the corners that like I had like 2 or 3 guys in each one. And my final match, it was just to the death, I think is what we did. And just I rolled like garbage on my ballistas. I kept hitting people. Turn 1, I hit some orcs. It scattered it into Grima. And then I missed every in the way to Grima. So all these orcs are just fine watching this huge bolt sail past him, and then it hits Grima, just obliterates him, and he's dead. I was like, okay, whoops. Killed my own dude. But like that whole match, like I could not hit and injure anything with my ballistas. It was hard enough getting like to actually hit, and then when I would hit an orc like dead center. He'd go sailing over like 6 other guys, and they'd all just not die. I'd roll for their wounds and get 1s and 2s, and they were fine. I was quite mad. But him and I were actually, this is another last turn loss for me. Him and I were actually like completely tied. Like we weren't broken yet. I was shooting into his guys a lot and cutting his army down. And when he finally crashed into me with Gothmog, he started taking out Uruks with his heroes. But it wasn't until like the timer on the round was ending. And so it was our final turn, and that was when both of our forces got knocked below half. Or well, half for him, 2/3 for me to start taking courage tests. And I forgot about heroic combats, and he managed to just chain in and kill my bannerman. And killing my bannerman was the only points either of us scored that whole match. So he won that one 2-0. But so 2 losses that were almost wins, and 2 wins. I'm improving. I'm getting better. I actually haven't really been playing the game that long. Like, I got into this game when I was 11. This desk has pointy bits snapping me in the arm. Pointy bits? What the fuck is that? It's the... Oh, it's on the tray. Okay, that's much better. I got distracted. Who knows what I was saying? I don't. Been playing since I was 11, but like, got distracted by college and all that and didn't play for years. As soon as COVID lockdown started, I was like, oh, you know what? I could get back into this. I got time now. Like a week into lockdown, when I was working the hazmat, and it was like I don't really do spills that often. It's pretty rare for me to do spills. I've only done a few. I was more on like scheduled lab cleanouts. And so what happened was everybody's at home. Counties and cities will have household waste days where people will just clean out their garage, just bring whatever, chemical waste they have from home that they can just drop off at the local, paid for by the taxes, just, drop off station. We'll pack it, handle it, make sure it gets taken care of. Well, a lot of these towns, people just, like, didn't give a shit. They would just show up, see it was closed, and just drop it at the fence. So we kind of had to get called in, and they're like, all right, yeah, this city and this town both have these huge piles to deal with, so we need to get them cleaned up, and we're just going to reopen the waste stations, because everybody's at home cleaning out their garage now that they have time for it, or their attic, or whatever. They're finding all kinds of stuff to throw out. So my hours actually, like, doubled. Oh, it was awful. Absolutely awful. It's like, I want to do shit. I want to have time, and now I'm working 70 hours a week, and my supervisor at the time was like, guess what, everyone? We're going to make Saturdays mandatory. Dumb bitch. So we ended up being quite exhausted all the time. But then when we moved, followed Dr. Wife, I now have, like, normal hours. Actually, it was a little before that. I started with the company I'm with now. The boss was like, yeah, no, we'll, 40 hours a week. Maybe you get 42. It's like, you know what? No overtime sounds fucking great right now. So I got shit I want to do. So now I work regular people hours. Still don't have space to do any of my alchemy in the lab, but one day we'll have our own space, and I can make videos and show you guys what I do. You only have one person watching me right now, but hey, who knows? Maybe someday I'll have 3. 3 whole people. What a day that will be. I'm glad to get these guys worked on, because sometimes, like, I hate painting horses, so I don't want to do my Rohan. I think it's the fact that, like, the horse muscles and flanks all have, like, defined musculature to them. And so trying to paint that while producing realistic looking, like, darker spots and shadows is just not something I've figured out how to do yet. So instead of having, like, they look real splotchy when I make them, when I paint them. Then again, I haven't painted them in years, so. I did some white horses for my Galadhrim Knights. But I just used like a contrast paint and then highlighted. And I think that might just be what I have to do for other horses. Besides like the black horses, like for my ring wraiths. Or Saruman. One of my Sarumans, his horse is actually painted. He's just sitting over here. He's just, where's my bin of half-finished shit? I have to do like the strap. Oh, I did some of the straps. I have to do like some of the silver bits. Camera resolution isn't great. But the actual horse has been highlighted and shaded. All the leather straps on them have been done, but the rest of the details have not yet. Because I didn't feel like doing Saruman yet. Helmet. But I'm hoping to take these guys to the next tournament. I mean, I've got plenty of time. So I hope I've got time to really learn how to use these guys. When I bought them, someone at the store was like, "Oh, you're one of those players." And I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm literally getting back into this. I don't know any of the meta." The game's fairly well balanced. You can usually do like a playing what you want faction for the most part. But like, I didn't realize Isengard Legendary Legion Assault on Helm's Deep was so good. Apparently it had been winning tournaments for a while as one of like the best evil teams. No idea. No named heroes, so I just kind of like, oh, maybe. But like, you don't really need a strong named hero when you've got ballistas and bombs. You can fit more orcs in your warband, so you can fit more guys without having to take more or less powerful heroes. Take the shaman, give everybody fury so they don't die unless if you roll a 6. Encourage so that you can just blow up the bomb if you want. Alright, it's another one down. So 3 left. 3 left for the armor. Boo, bitches. Boo, bitches. A little bit more water. Stir. I noticed in some spots are getting a little chunky surface tension wise, and other spots are getting kind of watery. I have a wet palette. I haven't used it yet. I don't know how to use it yet. I don't want to like. I'm always cautious when I buy a new thing. It's like, oh, I don't want to like use it and screw it up, and be like, oh, look, I have to fix my new thing I bought, and then have it just sit and do nothing. So instead of fucking it up and doing nothing, I just never use it and do nothing. Can't screw it up if I never use it. Right. Sides, I have to keep flipping back and forth. These guys are fine cast. Just terrible. I ordered the Get Off the Road diorama back in August. It still hasn't arrived, so I emailed Games Workshop and I haven't heard from them. So I gotta light a fire under their ass. Alright, helmet's good. To his pants. Do. Interesting. I've never really done turns before. One of the interesting things is when, like, I don't know if I'd call them professional players. I don't know. Semi-professional players? Players that are, like, community celebrities, I guess. They come to our store's tournaments. It's like, oh, that person runs this podcast, or this person won at Articon. It's like, oh, what's Articon? Like, oh my god. Flamel, it's the biggest Middle Earth tournament. It's like, oh. Where? They're like, Australia. It's like, oh. It's big. Not surprised this game is popular in Australia and New Zealand. We were going to take a trip this year with one of our friends to New Zealand to see some of the Lord of the Rings scenes, the locations and stuff, but she's going through some stuff right now, so it's on hold. Take care of your mental health, kids. Oh, there's still 2 more after this guy. Okay. Bracers. I really wish the camera had better resolution. So we were trying to get I'm running off an iPhone 8 right now. So we were trying to get me a newer phone, and then I was going to be able to use that for the face tracking and switch my better web camera to this desktop cam. But when we got the phone, like, the earpiece didn't work. So we just sent it back. It's like, oh, fuck. So, oh, it's in perfect condition. Yeah, except it's fucking not. It doesn't perform the function of a phone. Fuckers. Motherfucker. Right, 2 more. I have to redo the blue. I just see all these little flecks of gold everywhere, like whether it was stuck in my fingers or I accidentally swiped with the brush. Excuse me. Actually, I'm not using that one. Excuse me. Helmets. Yeah, the fine cast stuff is real hard to work with. It's all warped and wiggly. These guys' pikes are all bent. I see people like sculpting parts out of green stuff. I have no idea how they use it. That stuff sticks to my fingers so bad I can't like sculpt anything. Can't get any of it to stick to the model. It just sticks to my hands and gets deformed as I try to remove my fingers from it. But everybody's chest, right? Yeah. I just want to go do crimes. I should be getting another bone box soon. Probably Monday. I've got January sitting downstairs. So, despite the holiday bone box unboxing being an absolute failure because the camera's set up, because all my shit froze, I'll probably do another one sometime in the next week or so. If I remember, which I might not. All right. Sometimes the hard part when you're working with some of the paints is when they're wet and shiny. It's kind of hard to tell what spots you missed. Especially you're painting black. That's why I had such trouble with the super dark ring right here. Oops, phone's going off. Boop, boop, boop. I really love when my model's head warps like that. No, I don't. I hate it. At some point, I would like to do a better version. I don't even have arms. I was in such a hurry. I didn't give myself arms. Or legs. Literally just a torso. Right. His shoulder. Now his bracer. All right. There you go. A little bit of the edge there. All right, one more. Oh, wow, where are we going? 40 minutes. What time is it? 7:15. Okay. Clean the brush up. One thing I have to learn how to do is to be just more active on social media. Some of these guys, it's so hard from this angle. It's like they look like they're covered in paint. Then I rotate them, and I can see it's just like shine from the metallic, like the edge of the shadow from the overhanging cloak. Bathrobes, the big bathrobes. Oh no, I missed an entire like millimeter, which on people only 28 millimeters tall is a lot. Yeah, I gotta learn to. There's debated getting an Instagram to post model pics. You guys sit in the dust too long. Fuzzy. Let's get in the brush. Also would like my phone being outdated. It's a little harder finding apps and all that stuff. A lot of stuff I'll get and like, all right, cool, great, you got it. By the way, you got to download the latest iOS to operate it. That's the problem I had with my first laptop. My first laptop still works. It's from 2008. Works fine. It just doesn't keep up with stuff because it's so old. I had to update and get this computer once I started doing stuff again. But it's all been good. Alright, last helmet is done. It's not. It's got little black spots. There we go. Shoulder bit, his arm strappy thing. Can't imagine it'd be comfortable. Big piece of brass armor. Like leather strap, fine. But it's probably sure it's a gold one. I mean, I guess, you know, I can always paint whatever I want. Shite! So clean that up. Shit! I got it cleaned up though. Got it fixed. All right. Last little bit of gold. So this little bit right here, that didn't get coated. Last little bit on his arm. Just thought to myself, I was like, man, I hate painting armors. I hate painting armor. I hate painting horses. Do I like painting at all? Yeah, I love painting. I know I said I wasn't gonna stream heroes only, but I'll do some troops. Maybe I'll do like a few troops before I start assembly lining stuff. Like, oh, here's how to do these guys, and then I'll assembly line it. Okay, so that is Hashut Copper, I think that's what I started with. Right. I need some new blue. Dusty. Very dusty. Very dusty. To advertise this in the Middle Earth subreddit. Whoops. Burp. Excuse me. Just a little bit of blue. Water droplet. Boop. Swirl it up. Alright. Stormcaster. He should be good. This guy, he needs some here. He needs a lot in there. I do need to wipe a little of this off, so. A bit too much on there. Alright. Oopsie. Oops, oops, oops. I got the new blue right over the new copper. All right. Slide the brush in on its edge. Poke it into all the nooks and crannies. In the shoulder. What's that shoulder? I didn't do the gold on that shoulder. Oops. Well, it's good that I've got it out now, so we can just kind of slap it on real quick. Back row, let's see. It's kind of the same spots. He's going to need a second coat. I see some on his coat. Over his shoulders. Not great. Maybe I coated his some thin bits, because down there. Three, well, 4 to 9. 5, halfway there. The puddle's drying up a little bit. Drop them. Oh, I drop my models constantly, especially metal ones. I cannot hold on to metal ones to save my life. Just hear me the whole time. Just shit, damn, fuck, son of a bitch. Clink, clank, clatter. He wasn't so bad. Dr. Wave is bringing me a Costco hot dog. Shite. Okay, that one slipped out of its space. I didn't drop him. He came loose. Don't get too thick just yet, paint. I don't want to have to dilute you for like one dude. Last guy. Blue plamp, drip, drap. There we go. A little bit in there. On his sleeve. I mean, I guess I'd be painting over these with white anyways. Oh. It's like another arm I didn't do the gold on. My bad. Oh, and look at that. I got it on the sleeve. Some of the bristles just struck it weird. Alright. Alright. What next? What next? I guess... What's my acetone? I don't want that yet. I just want the isopropanol. The benefits about being an alchemist, you can just kind of make all your own solvents and material. Not consistently, that's why I buy paint, but... Oops, something on the brush cracked. Let's see. The biggest color deficit in these guys right now. I guess I'll do... for their stabs. Alright, for that I'm going to start with Mornfang Brown. Palette's covered in so much dust. I wonder why I kept finding fuzzies in the paint. Clip of water. So this will just be the base coat for the stabs. Maybe one or two guys' hair. Which is different than the hair coming out of their helm. I just realized that. I'm gonna kind of coat their stabs the pikes as much as I can, get close to their hands with this larger brush. Or actually getting close to it. Without like, well, maybe not. I don't have to do that. Careful. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything was not fine. He proceeded to screw everything up. I'm good. I'm good. I will grab a different brush though. This guy. It's a little wedge-shaped brush. I really wish I had like a better focal point for the camera. It's like here. It starts getting blurry here-ish. Yeah. Oh well. Hey, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to see finished pictures. At flamelsterling. I should probably put that on my little page here, though. Right? My little frame. Son of a bitch. Like I said, I drop my models a lot. This coat doesn't have to be great, because I'm going to dry brush over it, so it looks like later birchwood. Because I do have to do around the hands with a finer brush. Try to make sure I don't stick my face in front of the camera. So I'm getting close. Tiny hands, not fun to paint. Here I go, complaining about painting again. Let's get another storm color. I have to paint out for like a Rivendell army later. Rivendell one, Lothlorien one, Grey Havens one. I have a bunch of guys, and they'll be like, "Why did you get this many storm colors? They're not great." Like, look, listen, I gotta have a thematic army. Some of the tournaments have like points for thematics. Just be like, yeah, but not this one. Like, oh well. Oh, right, okay. They don't have any additional strapping. They got that thing around their waist, the bathrobe tie. This guy actually has straps and a scabbard and shit. gold bits on here I skipped. Apparently the dude's got a sword on his back, so he's not totally helpless. There's the strap. His hair's hanging out in the back. Looks like more strap. Wipe a little paint up with dry brush. Any of the stuff is on him. Parts of like it doesn't make any sense what he's wearing. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like around his waist I can see some armor, a couple armor plates like from the Galadhrim armor. But he's got this thing on his waist. Like that sticks up and out. And I don't know if it's supposed to be belts or what, but I guess I gotta paint those gold, whatever they are. Yeah, whatever it is. Alright, forget. Hands. Time to do everybody's hands. Bounce right top. Listen, there's paint in that cup I just dropped this guy into. That would have just ruined it. Like, nope, that's it. Into the acetone with you. Don't care if it melts the resin. Into the acetone with you. Betrayed by unsteady hands and gravity. In you go. Tell this guy a different name. My hand hurts. I've been typing all day. Let's do this guy. Let's get this guy brown here. Just a bit of his helmet. So while I've got let me do that guy's gold bits on his waist. While I've got some gold on my brush. There's gold bits on his sword. God damn it. That's why I can't have nice things. I can't focus on anything. My brain won't let me. My brain's gonna go back and forth like 30 times. Hey, don't forget this. We'll go back into that quick before you forget this again. There's a fuzzy piece of shit in my paint. Alright, there we go. Alright. Buzzes out of the brush. Let's get a little more on This guy's scabbard. Sometimes with the model, it's really hard to tell what you're looking at. It's like, yeah, there's something on there. Like the mold lines were a little just off enough as it was cooling that like you can't tell what side it begins on and what side it ends on. There we go. There are the gold bits on his sword. Tip. Just the tip. This guy's just got a little bit more hair here. Just a fucking good tip. Just a little bit. Oh my god. I keep smacking my models around. Keep smacking around. Whoops. Alright. This guy's pike around his fingers. Around real quick. I don't know what you call it. The crotch of the hand? The point where your thumb and forefinger go. Between your thumb and your forefinger. Whatever that's called. Get in there. Oh, he's got two hands on his pike. Okay. I don't know why my hand hurts so much. It's like really hard to hold on to anything with it. My right hand. Sometimes on here there's little dots where I've painted, like where my paint, because it's base coat, so it like went over what I was painting. So it looks like he's got like a sixth finger. It's going to be hunted down by Inigo Montoya. I just want to get the Forge World. So from like a playing, I'm not so good at this from a playing standpoint. Or I don't follow shit too. But from a collecting standpoint, there's like a lot of models I want to just get just to have. And I've got a lot. About 1,300 models. A lot. I mean, like most of those are going to be repeats for like. I mean, I've got 80 Gondorian soldiers here to spray paint. Oh no, 60 something. 20 of them already done. But still, that's 60, 70 guys that are all one of like 12 sculpts. So there's a lot of repeats in my 1,300 guys, especially Moria Goblins. I have too many Moria Goblins. I have like 200 Moria Goblins. Just because like I had the starter set and my brother had the starter set and gave it to me when he wasn't playing. And then my friend gave me his old starter set. So there's 72. And then just buying other people's lots. Like, oh yeah, here's a bunch of these heroes I had in this, but also just take my other guys. And it's like, oh, okay, another 24 goblins. So I've got I'm not painting all of them. I'll paint maybe I'll paint like enough one day, or like I'll paint enough just to get like, oh yeah, here's one of each model done. But if it comes to like painting a playable force with them, probably not for a long time. some of the armies I've got are like, I've got like enough for a warband of Dunland. I don't really have, besides Thryden, I don't have any other heroes besides a captain. So it's not like I can use any extra profiles. Like I don't need to like fill out war bands for the game or anything. All right, let's get this guy's hands. But so like that's kind of how I'm building armies at the moment. Just kind of, oh, I've got enough troops. They just needed some heroes. Pick out a couple heroes so I can use these guys. And then I get my butt kicked at a tournament with them. So the last tournament, or the one I did this weekend, I used Lothlorien here. And the Assault on Lothlorien Legendary Legion did what it does and kicked Lothlorien's butt. It shuts down shooting because it automatically makes the game board nighttime. Just like, oh, cool, great. You guys all have night vision. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't want to shoot. I didn't bring a bunch of elven archers so I could shoot. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care. I did care. I think there's a tabletop simulator version of this game too. I think I'll do the hair last. Not the hair. The helmet tassels last, because that's like exactly where I'm holding them. That's always where like the paint on the model wears off first as I'm trying to work on them. Wouldn't be surprised if these guys lose the primer on their head in that spot. Still not quite ready to glue them into their bases yet. Sometimes you just gotta wait to get the right angles on them. Brush is getting kind of deaf. A little more isopropyl. Snap, crackle, pop. Do, 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 do. One time Dr. Wife sarcastically was like, oh, no plans for the weekend. I'll just stay and watch Lord of the Rings again. It sounds like a great idea. And she was like, what? No, I was joking. I was like, well, I'm not. She doesn't dislike Lord of the Rings. She's just not into it. Different kinds of nerds, but both nerds. I love her so much. She's so fucking awesome. I love my wife. She kicks ass. Let's see one more guy brown hair. Dun, 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 dun. Shit. Oh, the blue paint was just a little bit, was still bad. All right. All right. Let's get a little bit more brown. Re-wet it. Staves and staffs and poles. I think I'm not getting an airbrush. Not for the little guys. But there's definitely like larger models that, like larger skin or fabric areas are real hard for me to paint consistently, like without getting brush strokes and everything. So I'd like to get an airbrush. Those tips, they're not even, they're like pointed in some spots. I did not. Back when I lived in another state, I did go to a few stores for painting help. Like tutorials on how to use some of the new contrast paints and all that. I still just can't figure it out. Galadhrim. You guys are gonna go show up and get killed at Helm's Deep. Wasn't in the books, but that's okay. It was a cool scene. Yeah, there's a little fine cast fail on this one. The inside of his staff is all... This little spot in here is all chewed up and didn't fill the mold out right. Anyways, as I was saying like half an hour ago, I really like collecting the different models. So I've got like, I've got, except for the Sharky model, I have all the Sarumans. I just want to do like one a little different style. Different bases so they fit with different boards or something like that. Like, oh, here's the one where he's holding the Palantir. Alright, once he uses the Palantir, I'll swap into this other model. It's like exactly the same base and paint scheme. It'll just be him after he's used it. Or him on his horse. Or him with a different version of the Palantir. Will this little blob of paint hold out for these last 2 spears? 2 pikes. That's the guy who falls out of his base a lot. Is it enough? I hope it is. I don't want to have to dilute anymore, especially because it's just a tiny amount. I don't know if it's going to make it. If I get it wet. Get the shit wet. That almost worked. It's not sticking to the model. It's separating. Like beating up. I'll do a second coat. I'll just do a second coat. I have a lot more now that it's runny. Alright, that's good. Alright, stabs are done. The poles, anyways. They're not done. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Let's rinse out the brushes a bit. Probably have to get new brushes soon. Well, I've got a shitload of brushes unused. I'll have to replace some of these soon. I don't want to, though. I get so used to like a size and feel of a brush. But then I start to hook and curl and a bunch of the bristles fray. Okay. I said I was going to do their hair, their tassels last. I guess next step would be maybe the red. It's the Doomball Brown I started with. Oh, I have snacks still. Cool. I forgot I had these. What did I do last time? Tuscore for oh, a bit fell off. What is that? Metal. More snack. This one sounds really liquidy. I may have already diluted this one. There's a couple of these I bought, like, even before I was getting back into it. Like, successfully. Like, oh, I know all my models are in storage. Sure would be nice if I painted some, and then I just, like, never got around to it. So I had to, like, extra redilute them. Like, as a result, they became, like, super watery. But they're, like, exactly what I need, like, straight out of the pot. Tuscore fur. That'll be for the highlights on the whatever the red part of their shit is. Alright. So this guy's got it on his sleeves. His red sleeves. Top of his sleeves. Then just heard a car door. Oh yeah, and he's got those tassel-y things. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, I see that now. Yeah, it's one of the other problems I have with some of the models, is like, I don't pick out details until I've already painted them wrong. So, what I thought was like armor on this guy around his waist, it's like a wide sash around his waist. Okay, I doubt you can see it. But yeah, okay, that little highlight right in his middle, that gold bit, it's like a sash that comes down and loops and then becomes a dangly belt. His bathrobe belt. Oh shit. Oh no. I breathed some dust. Oh shit. Gosh, what color do I want to paint that? Dun, 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 dun. Elves. Alright, that's good enough. That's good enough for him. Okay, let's slide these fuckers over. So the guys don't really have much. Like, they got little sleeves. Cover up some of the gold splashes I messed up. Oh, let me sort these guys by pose. That way I can just, like... Okay. That way I can, like, I know exactly where to put stuff for each guy. Don't have to swap back and forth. One thing I don't like about the resin is that it's so weak. Just flick this guy with my finger and I felt like I was going to snap his pike. Paint the sleeves. Alright. New pose. Two of the other guys and four of the third guy. Okay, so this guy's covering his chest, so I gotta do like just a couple of dots in there. Put in the sleeve. See some more gold I forgot to do. I swear I'm good at this. I swear. Not terrible. I realized I've just completely forgotten to do the wash. So, shit. Right. Washes is what's next for these guys. I think these guys are probably fine. Son of a bitch. Alright. Set that on top to try and seal it up. It's like the perfect hole. Blood for the blood god. That's the wrong batch of stuff. Carbo Crimson. Where is my wash brush? There it is. There it is. It's really worn out and shitty. Yeah, that looks much better. Whoops, my bad. My mistake. Let's not go to do this. Alright, let them dry first. Before I start redoing shit 2-3 guys at a time. Not gonna redo these guys. Just there. It's dark. But the highlights do kind of show through a little better, so it's okay. How they turned out. His armpit. Man, I got a lot of gold on these guys. It's like the same pose, too. There's a big chunk of their stomach leather armor showing, so. Glad I didn't do it on these guys yet. 2. Yeah, a lot of little gold straps here and there that I missed. Alright, I put too much on this guy, so I gotta get some off the brush and suck some off this guy. Whoops. Just the guy that won't stay in space. Don't move me, just pops out. God damn. Alright, I might glue you in and just say, hey, you're not going to look as nice, because I'm not going to get all the angles filled in, but whatever. It happens, it happens. Part of me is kind of a perfectionist when I paint, and I really hate it. So I'll just be like, oh, this isn't wonderful. I guess it's garbage. I hate myself. It's like, no, calm down. It's fine. It's one dude. One dude in an army. You're fine. Alright. So wash brush. Let me fix more of these missed gold spots. They have bits of fuzz in them. God damn it. I like the fuzzy bits like float to the top every time I go to grab some paint. His whole shoulder isn't done. The problem I have with painting, sometimes I get going so quick, I'll be like, yeah, these guys are done. When I look back and realize I missed like 10 crucial points on a bunch of guys. A little bit of gold strap for him. Gold strap under the arm. Oh, what did it on the other side? Just on the front, did not do it on the front side here. Did it on the back side. Okay. Once again, that's them now until I find another spot I didn't do. Alright, back to the red bits. I really should have a better setup. You guys could like see what I was doing better, but just don't have the tech for it. I don't have the budget to get the new tech. Paint did thicken a little bit, so let me just splash another drop in there. Excuse me. I'm dying. Just a little bit. Alright. Stuck my finger in paint. I got this shit. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to paint that a different color anyways. Yeah, so this guy's got like a big fold of mold line in the middle of his chest. Fucking fail cast. But it doesn't come out of like the molds nicely. It's real pain in the ass. You know? Like, sure, if it's a metal model, I gotta bend some of it back into shape from time to time, but like, there's a whole big line of material in the middle of this guy over a detailed area. It just simply does not look good. There's no way for me to really get in and fix it. Because like I said, it covers the whole detailed area. Oops. Magnets are sticking together. Fling my brush around, who cares? Who cares? This guy's still wet. Okay, this guy's wash is still wet. On his chest. This is the guy that had too much on his chest. I like hold my models down so they hold steady. Don't move, damn it. Oh, it's got a tremor in my leg. What is going on down there, leg? That'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. If you're going to keep falling on your base, I'm just going to not use it while I paint you. Yeah, these other three guys at the same pose don't have that big chip in the middle of their chest. That is it for the red. Just want to give the Stormcaller another look over. He's got shoes. I'll just do his shoes purple. Sleeves, chest. Yeah, he does have another piece. I didn't do the other side of his pants. Pantaloons. Pantsu. Alright. Go over into his shoes. I'll do the shoes next for that guy. I'm gonna do his shoes, this Altdorf guard. Did I even open this one yet? I've not. Altdorf guard, blue. Yeah, I have not used this one. Yes I have. I'm not going to use much of it, so I'm not going to bother diluting. I'm just going to use a small brush. Hope it smears into his feet properly. Little tiny elf shoes. It'd be funny if they wore curly-toed elf shoes. I haven't seen Legolas wearing bright green curled toe Jingle Bell on the tip shoes. Alright, he's got shoes now. What color did... My mouse is in a weird spot. Nope, wrong thing. Nope. Shift OBS over real quick. Hey, come on, track my face, damn it. Oh, it's because I looked too far up. The camera right now is like here. So that I can like try to balance a little bit more. Alright, Galadhrim Stormcaller. Where is that guy? Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, so they did a dark blue. They did dark gray. Okay, I'm gonna do not that. I'll make it like a silvery gray. Oh, my brown dried up. I went to the rest of his staff. Fuck. Right. A little bit of brown for the staff. Alright. Next wash. Blue. Alright, yeah, let me do all the washes now. That way I can just be done with them. Altdorf, get out of here. Only one guy has visible shoes. Drakenhall. What else am I gonna need? I'm gonna need Flesh Shade. I'll grab the others later. Orange. Fusion. Fusion orange. Fuegan. Fuego. Alright. So just, oh, this might actually show up a lot on this guy. He's got a lot of folds in his stuff. Yeah, okay, he's got a lot. Some of these guys, it doesn't really make... Oh, well, you know what? I can't really say that for the Galadhrim. These are my first Galadhrim Guard of the Galadhrim Courts I've done. He's got a tassel on here, I didn't even notice. So the Galadhrim don't really have too many folds in their stuff. Some of them have a lot, some have nothing. So either like hyper shaded or an exaggerated folds or nothing. This guy's got like a decent amount, but I don't know. These guys, their robes are pretty flat, so I don't know how well it's going to show through. Ow! I skewered myself. Always with the pikes. My Uruk pikes get me all the time. That's enough blue for that guy. Oh, forgot his new shoes. These Elvises wear blue suede shoes. Some blue under his coat. If it will actually get in there. Cover up some of the gold splatters I got in there. I can literally do this. That's why I didn't include them in. I completely forgot. Oh, look, there's gold I didn't cover up. Whoops. Still no shoes for these guys, but that's okay. I don't care. No shoes for these guys. That's good. I hate painting shoes. I heard a jingle. That might be Dr. Wife coming. No, it's not. It's my father. Dr. Wife is on her way home now. That was her father-in-law, I heard. I don't want to interact with him. Hey, pancakes. Cat's here. Cat's here. Here to be a butt. Did you come here to cry? You big baby man. He's a big baby. There we go. He's got a lot of blue on him. Alright. I get a larger brush for that. I don't want to go too large, though. Let's go too large. Much larger. Normally I use this for doing, like, the washes over a base. Let's do it on... Let's try it on one of these guys. See how badly I cover everything in blue. Well, this works fantastic. I just have to not screw up. Oh, it's actually highlighting like the trim pretty nicely. Like it's just a very thin edge, line, dip, a little tiny bit. So it just kind of stands out. I can see it a little better when I go to paint the white trim later. A lot of this guy, I can just kind of slop this on and it flows right into the cracks. Yeah, right. Yeah, big brush works. Big brush works fine. It does look like there's some spots where it's like getting too close to the armor, kind of beating up on it, but minor hand cramps. All right, another guy. Guy number 5 and 9. It's another guy that doesn't want to stay on his base. All right, once this blue dries, I'm going to do the orange. Actually, once this blue dries, I'm going to call this... all right, let me finish doing the blue, and I'll figure out what I want to do next. Up the side. This side a little bit more. Out my fingers. That's the garage. Sounds like Dr. Wife is pulling in. Fucking love Dr. Wife. She's so fucking awesome. I love her. Wife is so cool. She's not. She's a nerd like me. She's so cool. We are both shut-in nerds together. I love it. We're different kinds of nerds, too, so it's not like everything gets super repetitive. I hear her. She's calling to the cats. She's calling to the kitties. Our horrible shit gremlins. Oh, that's my mother-in-law. In-laws don't realize the cats are terrified of them. They're getting a little better, but it's still like my father-in-law will approach our smallest cat, start trying to pet him, and he's just like, no. It's like, oh, how's my little buddy? It's like, and you just see the cat is just so visibly uncomfortable. The cat is so upset by it. He's just completely oblivious to it. It's so funny. That is way too much blue on this guy. Just something off the front. Shite. Right. Keep saying all right. All right, all right, all right. One more. Right, that one. It's that guy. Front. Shoulders. Hold him in this way. Armpit, shoulder, back. It's always quarter circle back. All right. That's all the blue. All right, so that's got to dry before I do anything else. All right. I think I'm going to call it quits for painting right for the moment while everything dries. Okay, so everything's drying. Dr. Wife just got home, so while everything dries and wraps up, I'll spend some time with her. I'm going to keep working on these guys off stream, just to knock them out. I'm sick of them sitting on my desk. So next time I do a paint stream, maybe I'll be done with them. Maybe I'll be doing something else. Maybe I'll be touching them up. But soon I can wrap these guys up. Then I can start working on the Wood Elves, and I'll be able to finish my Lothlorien army. But I'd like to get another stream in this weekend sometime. if my next bone box arrives, we'll unbox those too. But if you popped in, thanks for joining me. Have a good night and see you soon.